Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm coming back to this channel after a long time. Yes, I got busy with a lot of other stuff, but now I promise that I would be more continue on this one. So today we are going to start with the very much asked topic about the new syllabus. I know that a lot of you have been inquiring what the new syllabus is going to content, right? So today a very brief introduction about the new syllabus of global politics, when it is going to start. So the first teaching of the new syllabus of global politics is going to start from August 2024, right? So that means the first assessment would be in 2026. Now syllabus has the core topics and 3 thematic studies. All right, so most of the time I would be comparing with the existing syllabus of global politics and the new syllabus of global politics, which is going to be introduced in August 2024. So the core topics and 3 thematic studies, which is rights and justice. Do you remember that right now we have human rights as our unit? So now it would be called as rights and justice, peace and conflict, all right, and development and sustainability. Peace and conflict, it's the same unit what we are studying right now. We call it recently or currently we call it development unit, but now in future we are going to call it development and sustainability, right? So what they have removed? They have removed the first unit. What was that? Power, right? The name of the unit was PSIR, power, sovereignty and international relation. So now this will fall under the core topic, which would be known as the key concepts, right? The key concepts overall. What would be those key concepts? Power, legitimacy, sovereignty and interdependence. This will run through all the thematic studies. Remember this one, right? So now what is the syllabus of global politics? Right now the syllabus of global politics is of 4 units plus 16 key concepts, right? Those 16 key concepts are running across those 4 units, right? This is what we have right now. In future, it is gonna be 3 thematic studies where the themes would be rights and justice, peace and conflict, development and sustainability. And the key concepts would be power, legitimacy, sovereignty and interdependence. These are going across these 3 thematic studies. It makes sense. This is what we are doing even right now also, right? Because power cannot be studied in isolation. It has to go across these or rest of the units, right? So this is what we are doing. So not a big change. What we are doing right now, we would be doing almost the same thing in the future also. Now content of this course means, now what would be the content? So here again the liberty has been given to the teachers. So the content of this course would be that political systems and actors would be studied by the students. Power interactions would be their framework or treaties or conventions, whatever are relevant to the thematic studies or to the key concept that would be taught to the students. Relevant terminologies would be there and analysis models would also be covered into it. Clear? No more, no big change into it. Now students need to develop the content considering the context, that is real world examples and the case studies. This is what we are doing even right now also. So real world example, case studies, everything would be there. So this is about your syllabus, right? Now we'll go further and we'll talk about HL. Now you already know that IB DP has these 2 levels. One is standard level and the second one is higher level. Now if you opt for higher level, you remember that right now you are doing this higher level challenges, global political challenges, right? So you are studying currently border, security, poverty, health, environment, identity. So these are the 6 ones what you are studying, right? These are the 6 global political challenges. The extra global political challenges are of inequality and technology. Now here note it that this is not specified in all the notifications. So the 2 sources which I have studied, one is from IB and the second one where IB has sent in detail to some of the schools, to a very few schools, about the paper 3 nature and scope, right? So there is this minor difference. So in some of the notifications, IB is publishing these 6 global political challenges, and in one where it is sending just to a few schools, there it is sending additional these 2 global political challenges, inequality and technology. Nevertheless, this is also easy, and this is what we have been covering also, so it's not gonna be a big change here. Now, while studying about this global political challenges, one has to keep in mind some of the guiding questions, right? What we are doing right now, HLX is like presentation, oral presentation of 10 minutes, right? This is what students are recording themselves, or teachers recording students and sending to IB. Now there won't be any recording, there would be paper 3. Instead of HL extension, there would be paper 3. Now, while preparing for these global political challenges, students have to keep in mind these guiding questions. What are those guiding questions? Number 1, what connections can be made between the GPC's global political challenges and the course unit? Okay, so connection between the core units and GPCs. Second one, to what extent are the GPC's global political challenges interconnected? All right, interconnectedness. How are they perceived and studied in different context? Okay, different context of student life, situational, right, where the student is studying. If student wants to use local examples, so contextual, right? Which are some of the frameworks, systems, organizations and mechanism put in place for addressing global political challenges, right? So what are those state actors and the known state actors working to address these global political challenges? So that means that they are coming up with some kind of solutions. So here they are asking for kind of solutions also. How can looking at particular cases from the perspective of different global political challenges change the way they are perceived or addressed? So that means multiple perspectives are also playing an important role. So now see, if you remember, then we have been covering all these things while delivering our global political challenge in a form of global political presentation, oral presentation, what we call. Now here they are asking specifically these questions, and how the paper would be tackled, I'll take it on a little later. So this is about your HL, right? HL. So instead of now having HL presentation, there is going to be HL paper 3. Now let's move further into assessments. Now there are 2 kind of assessments, external assessments and internal assessment. First, let's talk about external assessment. External assessment, now this is for SL, this is for HL, right? Now SL will have paper 1, same, right? SL and HL paper 1 will remain the same, okay? There is no change in paper 1. It will remain for 1 hour 15 minutes. SL will have 30% as its weightage, and HL will have 20% its weightage. Then it will have paper 2. Now, what is the change in paper 2? Now, paper 2 time or duration has been reduced to 1 hour 30 minutes for both SL and HL. Alright, both SL and HL will have 1 hour 30 minutes. Weightage is also different. SL will have 40%, HL will have 30%, right? Earlier HL had 40%. Now it has been reduced to 30%. How many questions would be there? That has not been disclosed. So let's wait till February or March 2024 when the trainings will start. That time I'll update more about paper 2, the nature of paper 2. Paper 2 will be asked from the thematic foundation, right? So now the only difference that the duration has been changed, and I'm pretty sure now instead of asking 3 questions, probably they will ask 2 questions from both the levels SL and HL. But let's wait further. Now here external assessment EA, that makes total 70% for SL, and now here so far it has made 50%. Now what to do to make it 80%? So 30% would be paper 3. All right, paper 3 would be 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, stimulus based questions. So that means what is asked in paper 1 would be of the similar nature for paper 3 as well. Paper 3 stimulus based questions related to HLX, right? So here we are not calling it as internal assessment. Earlier, oral presentation was part of internal assessment. Now, oral presentation would be part of external assessment. Now, paper 3 would be there, which would be stimulus-based paper, and the weightage would be 30%. Clear? So, now the total is of 80% external assessment for HL student. So far, so clear? Alright. If you want a revision, quick revision, then for SL students, there would be paper 1, paper 2. There is not a big change for SL students. Paper 2 will remain almost the same. Let's wait for the nature and scope of paper 2. But paper 1 would remain same for SL and HL students. Now for HL students, paper 1 would remain same. Paper 2, the weightage has been reduced, and instead of writing 3 questions, they are supposed to write 2 questions. Paper 3, it's additional. It's an additional thing over here. So mind it about paper 3. Internal assessment. Now the weightage for internal assessment, SL will have 30%, HL will have 20%. All right. So for an engagement activity would remain the same. No change in engagement activity. Let's move on for paper 3. Now what is paper 3 here? Alright, so now for a few minutes we are going to focus only on paper 3. Now this is going to be stimulus based paper of 90 minutes. That means 1 hour 30 minutes. The stimulus is meant to serve as a trigger for students to focus as a particular aspect, okay, of GPC. They can then support their responses on evidence from any case study they have studied. So that means the difference between paper 1 and paper 3. Paper 1, there are the 4 paragraphs which are given to you. 4 questions would be given to you, and you have to extract the informations. You have to extract the information for paper 1. But in paper 3, you have to build it. These are just the trigger and stimuli. Clear the difference between paper 1 and paper 3? Now further to this paper 3, there would also be 4 questions similar as of paper 1. Paper 1 4 questions, paper 3 will also have 4 questions for HL students. The first question would be of 4 marks. Now this would be directly related to one of the presented stimuli. Alright, how many stimuli would be given to you? So there are 2 stimuli which would be given to you. This is what it has been mentioned so far, but in case if IB changes, we will get to know about this one by March 2024. Although not explicitly required, students can incorporate elements from their case studies. Okay, remember in paper 1, you are required to write what is written in that paragraph, right? You need to extract the information from that paragraph, but here you need to information, or you can incorporate your elements, right? So these would be just the triggering paragraphs or the stimuli. Now stimuli. Now the question number 2 would be of 6 marks, directly related to one of the presented same what is written for the question number 1. This question has a conceptual focus and requires specific examples to be included. Clear? Question number 3, which would be of 8 marks. Students are expected to support their answer with evidence from one of their researched case studies. Okay. Those research case studies are coming from global political challenges. How many global political challenges are given? These are given 8 global political challenges. You are studying in depth about those global political challenges. You are analyzing it by connecting to the case studies, by knowing about the political issue, by applying state actors, non-state actors, framework, political systems, everything, and by thinking about the solutions as well. Question number 4, lastly, it would be of 10 marks. Identify a specific political issue within their researched case studies and suggest a solution. Got it? So that means now you have to study about GPCs in detail. Either you can study on your own. It depends on the teacher's teaching methodology. Either teacher can give extra time for these global political challenges, or teacher even can initiate multiple activities around it. All right. So this is all about your paper 3. Clear about the new syllabus of global politics? This would be introduced in August 2024. The first assessment would be in 2026. That's it. All right. So in case if you need any more information about global politics, or if you want me to make any video of global politics, do reach me out, drop a comment for me. I will help you out to understand any topic better on global politics. Thank you. Take care of yourself.